Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Jessie Finney. I'm the library director, and I want to welcome you to our beautiful library. We wish that we could be in the beautiful new Thoreau's Way space that's outside, but you all are all free to visit that afterwards and anytime, because we've been enjoying it all summer long. There are so many people to thank for this project, so I'm just going to thank a few because we have lots of people who are going to thank folks. But I wanted to give a thank you to the Community Preservation Committee and really all of the taxpayers in Scituate, because the hardscape of Thoreau's Way was funded through a CPC project, so we thank you so much for your support there. We also want to thank all the town boards and committees that supported this project, including the town administrator, Jim Boudreau, the select board, and our own library trustees. I want to thank the Goulding family who inspired this project and worked side by side with the library and the foundation all throughout this process. And it has been a very long process, and it's been a challenge, but we have a beautiful end result. And I also just lastly want to thank the foundation. They really took the reins in writing a grant for this project, for fundraising, and just really continually moving this project forward. And I want to introduce Joe McNally, the president of the foundation, so thank you again.
Great. Thank you, Jessie, and I don't want to rehash what Jessie said, but there are a lot of people to thank. And certainly Richard and Richard Goulding and the friends and family of the Gouldings who all donated to support this project. It has been a long project. But this is what the foundation does. The Scituate Library Foundation really works when an idea, a vision, a project is put in front of us, such as this one, which Ginny took the reins on and really helped develop. And working very closely with Richard, they had the vision, they had the idea. They've been very dedicated throughout this process to support this entire program. And then, as Jessie said, this is the end result, and it's beautiful. But we as a foundation really work to try to help both in the fundraising side and in the volunteer side in supporting these type of projects, because it takes a lot of work. And certainly want to be very specific in thanking Ginny. She took on this project from the foundation perspective, and worked very closely with everyone to get this done, as well as Jessie from the library side. I mean, this wouldn't happen if we didn't have those two working closely from our side with the Goulding family. So. We're hoping that this is just the start of an evolution of this whole project. There's a lot of other things we can do, not only with this project, but other things in the entire library for the library and for the community. And we're dedicated to doing that as a foundation and continue to support the library and everything Jessie and the community does to move forward. So with that said, I would like to turn it over to Richard, and he's going to say a few words.
Thank you. Robin and I just want to thank all of you that are here today supporting us and supporting the library. And I do have to say another thank you to Jessie and Ginny. We were the three musketeers as far as I'm concerned, but they were always there, thick and thin. No matter how frustrated I got with how fast or slow things were moving, they were always there for our family, and always had Michael in mind. So with that, I want to say something. Let me ask you this: if all of you kids out there, big kids and little kids, close your eyes for a minute and listen really carefully. So do you hear that? That's the sound of dragons sleeping. The dragon's out in the garden. He's been there for a while. And he created the garden for monarch butterflies. And monarch butterflies, the reason he's sleeping right now is they've left. They've gone on a trip down to Boulder, Mexico. So they're going to go eat guacamole and all those things you like, right? It turns out that the monarch butterfly is the only insect that makes the round trip. So the dragon doesn't have any wings, and he met this caterpillar years ago. And the caterpillar didn't have any wings either for a while. And once he sprouted wings, the dragon was allowed to travel all over the country and visit new places. So in return for all the stories that the butterfly came back and told the dragon, he created the garden that you see out there. And he's also put up signs, so if the butterflies want a snack, they can go to Ichi's Corner, they can go all the places that we hold special here in Scituate. You'll see that if you have time to spend some time with that. So Michael the Dragon is out there. It's his garden. He's sleeping right now. You guys can go out and wake him up a little bit later. But he'll always be there, and he loves to listen to children. He loves to listen to books and stories, and he's always going to welcome all of the butterflies that are in this room and beyond. Welcome back to Scituate. So, without any further ado,
Steve.
oh yeah, yeah. So as Robin said, there are a couple people that were knee-deep in creating the garden. So Eric Klutz, which I don't think Eric's here, I haven't seen him, but he actually designed it. And the best compliment I can give him as an architect is, as we were working out there, several people came by and said, "This looks like it's always been here." And I think you all appreciate that. The other person I need to thank wholeheartedly is Steve Leach of Northern Oaks. Steve was part of our band of married men and women that came up with all kinds of creative ideas, including the dragon, Michael the Dragon. So, without further ado, I know I'm not probably forgetting somebody, but all of you, thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for what you allowed us to do, and hopefully this is a community space that we'll enjoy for the next 100 years. There's another Michael we just want to say a word about, which my son Rick is going to come up and tell you a little bit about the other Michael.
Good morning, everyone. As my dad mentioned, my name's Rick, and I'm Michael's oldest brother. Please bear with my voice. I was at a concert last night, completely wrecked. So I'll do my best to project this morning, but I wanted to just add a final thank you for all of you for being here today. It really does mean a lot to my family. So thank you for coming out on a rainy Saturday morning and spending some time with us this morning. I had other things, but they've been covered, so we'll move on. So a dear friend of mine who lost his son in 2003 told me once that when you lose someone you love, your greatest fear is that they will be forgotten. And over the past 7 years, I've learned that he was right. I want to make sure that Michael's memory remains strong for those who knew him, and that his story is shared with those who didn't have the chance to. And we're here this morning to dedicate this space, in part as a means to do that. This space ensures that parts of Michael's story will live on, and that at least some of his story will be shared with the folks who didn't get a chance to meet him. And there was so much to love about Michael. He was eclectic in all aspects of his life. And while no remarks that I share with you this morning, or no memorial, could ever capture all of him, I see and feel parts of him in that space out there. Michael loved music. He was animated by it. And one of my most enduring images of Michael is him hunched over his guitar, strumming away in another place, just lost in his guitar and in his music. And I'm so glad that this space will be used for the occasional concert and for kids and folks to enjoy music out there. One of Michael's favorite rituals was to brew a morning cup of tea and sit outside, maybe with his guitar, an open book, and read drink tea, and just enjoy the fact that the day was starting. Michael also deeply loved trees and plants, and he believed in them as a means to improve community spaces, something else he believed in strongly. And he would obviously often be the one making those improvements with his own hands. As I look out on Thoreau's Way and Michael's garden, I can actually see Michael seated on the stone wall or the bench that my brother Doug built in the dappled morning sunshine, an open book and a steaming cup of tea next to him, strumming away on his guitar, nestled in what is now a beautiful community space among the trees and plants that he would have chosen and probably planted himself. Michael would have turned 30 next Saturday. And our wish, my family's wish, and I know it would be Michael's wish for this space, is that everybody has a chance, children and adults alike, to sit outside in that space, maybe enjoy a cup of tea, maybe enjoy some music, to read and enjoy each other. Thank you again for being here today, and we look forward to seeing you out there.
I just wanted to tell you one thing. This is the kind of day that butterflies love, that dragons love. And I know it's a little bit darkening. That garden that we have out there loves this because all the rain that falls on the roof makes its way to the garden through a series of irrigation, so on and so forth, that Steve was so remarkable in installing. So don't feel badly today. If you go out and get wet, know that plants are being watered. Jesse's going to come up and introduce our library.
Yeah, this is Jen Struzera, our children's librarian. Probably a lot of you guys already know her. She's going to read some great stories, and then we have a really fun craft for anybody who wants to stick around and do that with us.
Well, hello, everyone. It's good to see you today. My name is Miss Jen, and I have some great stories that I think you're going to enjoy today. I've got a story about planting seeds, which goes with the theme. And I also have a great book by Lucy Cousins called A Good Place, and it's about a very special garden. So I'm going to start with our seed book here. You guys ready? If you are younger, you could come down to the rug and join me. So, in this story, I'm going to ask your help. So here's what we're going to do. When we plant a seed, we're going to use our fingers, and we're going to do this. Can you do this with your fingers? So you're putting your seed in the ground and planting it. And when it rains, we're going to wiggle our fingers. Can you do this? Good. And then when the sun comes out, we're going to clap. Okay, so when I say those things, you can do those together. This story is called Plant the Tiny Seed by Christine Knott. There's magic in this tiny seed. Press it down and count to 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Is there pictures?
There's more pictures. Do you see the ladybug?
Yeah.
Plant another, then one more. Press them down and count to 4. Ready? 2, 3, 4. Wiggle your fingers to add some water. That's enough. Next, rub the sun to make it hotter. Okay, we're going to rub the sun and do this. Good. Do you see sprouts? Do you see some sprouts? Tap the cloud. Tap, tap, tap. And wish for rain. Clap to bring the sun again. Clap. night. Good night, bird. Guess what you'll see in the morning light? Whoa! Now point to that purple flower. There it is. It grew overnight. Buzz. Tap the cloud again. Tap, tap, tap. It's another rain shower.
Two.
One. And what colors?
Red and purple.
And do you know this color?
Yellow.
Orange. Yellow. Touch the blossoms gently, please. 1, 2.
Hummingbird.
There you go. Oh, now jiggle the plants to scatter the seeds. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. The purple flower needs a clip. Swipe across the stem. Snip, snip.
Snip, snip, snip.
Close your eyes. Wave your hands in the air. Oh, look, there's magic everywhere. Where's that butterfly?
Monarch.
A monarch. Very good.
Like what do I flash out?
Very good. And we have 2 bees.
But the other ones cannot.
Good to know. And then there's some lovely info in the back, planting your own tree. Good job. Excellent. So the second story I have is A Good Place by Lucy Cousins, and you guys are going to like this one. It's about some insect friends who are looking for the best place they can find together. They go through a few different places that they don't settle on, but there's one special place. 4 insect friends were looking for a good place to live. I want flowers, said bee. I want leaves, said ladybug. I want dead wood, said beetle. Well, I want a pond, said dragonfly.
What?
Soon the friends found some beautiful flowers. Maybe this is a good place to live, said bee. But the flowers were growing on a busy sidewalk. Oh no, this is not a good place. What's happening?
We're gonna get stepped on.
Oh no! Then the insects found a tiny pond. Maybe this is a good place, said Dragonfly. You think? But the pond was just a dirty puddle and a noisy pool. Oh no, this is not a good
We're
place.
gonna get stepped on.
That won't be good. Soon they found some dead wood. Hooray, said Beetle. Maybe this is a good place. But the dead wood was in a smelly pile of garbage. Oh no, this is not a good place. Look, said Ladybug, some gorgeous green leaves. Maybe this is a good place.
No.
But someone came and sprayed the leaves. Oh no, this is not a good place, said the insect, coughing and sputtering. Looks like it's some blood spray. Oh no. The 4 friends felt hungry and sick and tired. Maybe we will never find a good place, said Ladybug, starting to cry. But then they heard a fluttering. Who could it be? It was a lovely butterfly. Hello, little insect. What's wrong, she said. We can't find a good place to live. Butterfly smiled. I can help you. Come with me and look over this wall.
It's a house.
It's beautiful. Look at all those colors. Animal friends. Whoa, said the 4 friends. has made his garden a good place for butterflies. He must really love it. There were flowers for bees, leaves for ladybug, a pond for dragonfly. But where was Beetle?
There is more like dead wood right there.
Here I am, said Beetle, laying eggs in this dead wood. Very good. Hooray! At last we have found a good place.
I like it all flowers.
Yes, how beautiful. Do you have a favorite flower?
I like one that fertilizes a lot.
This one? Purple?
No, I like the butterfly one.
Oh, the butterfly.
I like the sunflower.
Sunflower is great.
I like the daisy.
Good choice.
I like the daisy too.
Here's one last picture of the